So our first step, we're going to go ahead and remove the 2 caliper bolts. You got one here and another one right there, and those are the 14mm. Make sure you just break one loose and then go down to the bottom one and loosen that one up first before you remove either one of these bolts. Now we'll go ahead and pull the caliper off. Just be able to wiggle it back and forth and pull out. Now we can go ahead and remove our 2 caliper bracket bolts. Go ahead and break your first one loose and then move to your second one before you remove either one. Remove your caliper bracket. Go ahead and remove this 5mm hex bolt. The next step, we're going to go ahead and get this rotor off. It may be stuck on there. If it is, we can hit around here. Now we can go ahead and clean up around right where the rotor is going to sit. Grab our anti-seize. Grab our new rotor. Make sure when you're installing your new rotors, if they're these slotted, make sure that you have them on the right side. If you'd like to pick up these pads and rotors that I'm using, I'll leave a link in the description. There are affiliate links I'm leaving in my videos. I do get a commission if you guys buy anything. It doesn't change the price for you, but it helps support my channel, so I appreciate it. Now we can go ahead and remove our old pads and our old clips. We got our new clips in. The pad with the indicator, I always put that on the back side. So we got our new pads and clips reinstalled. So make sure you have your pads spread enough where it'll slide right over the rotor. Now we can go ahead and we'll torque our 2 caliper bracket bolts to 122 foot-pounds. Our next step is to compress this piston back into the caliper, and we'll go ahead right over to the brake fluid reservoir. Just unscrew your cover. When you compress that piston back in on the calipers, it's going to push fluid back up in here. You may have to remove some of the fluid as you go. And once you're all finished up compressing the caliper, you want to make sure you get your fluid level right at the max line. Now we can go ahead, once your clamp is all in place, and just tighten it down until this part of the piston is flush. So now that our piston's pressed back in, our next step before we install the caliper, you're going to want to pull your slides out. And just add some silicone grease. Make sure this boot goes back on this slot. And now we can grab our caliper, put that in place. Get both bolts threaded in and snug before you torque either one. And now we can torque our 2 caliper bolts 26 foot-pounds. Now go ahead and come up and check your fluid, make sure it's at the max level, and put your cover back on. Now we're good under here, so we can shut our hood. The other side is the exact same as this side. And that completes this video. If this helped you out, if you could give the video a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button.